Hello everyone. This is the video that I promised in the message that I sent out a little bit ago. So just in case you were wondering what the course focuses on, it's ecology, evolution, genetics, and biodiversity. Should be in that order this quarter. Sometimes it's different, but this quarter, that's the order we're following. And I don't know if I've had a chance to tell you that I prefer to be called Debbie. I don't need the Dr. Lancaster. I don't want to be called Mrs. Lancaster because Lancaster, excuse me while I plug this up, is my maiden name. Let's see, I'm trying to get it. Seth, can you help me find the... It is on that side, isn't it? Oh, it's on this side? Oh, thank you. You want to check the screen and make sure everything's still okay? Sorry about that interruption. Okay, all is well. Okay, I have taught Biology 221 for a long time. I've been at the college for a long time. I see my accent is almost gone. I'm from Northeast Texas. I have taught this course as a hybrid for several years as well. So I have some of the formatting down that I have used in the hybrid that I've switched to this online class. Okay, so I prefer Canvas message instead of the announcements. I also would prefer if you not send me emails just on the email. I'd rather you use the Canvas Messenger. Those I don't ever delete, but I have to delete the messages in my email box because I end up with too many there. Notice that I plan to be available to you Monday through Friday from 4:30 to 5:30 to answer questions relatively quickly, but I spend a lot of time working on materials for this class and grading, and will spend a lot of time grading. So just my goal will be to get back in touch with you as soon as I possibly can. I want to make it clear that Canvas and Connect are not the same thing. So with Canvas, the course is actually a Canvas course. It is in Canvas. And you will find your assignments and your modules there. So the assignments are in Canvas, the directions for the assignments, with the exception of performing labs that are in Connect, are in Canvas. So the assignment's listed there, the assignment has directions, or if it's a quiz, the quiz is right there in Canvas. You will upload everything to Canvas because that's where I look for any grading that is, or the grading that is done. The modules, so there are two sections that are most important to you and most important to the class in there. Those sections in the navigation panel are assignments and modules. In the modules, you will find notes by week, by quiz. So there'll be, right now there's quiz 0 notes, quiz 1 notes are in, and I'm going to continue to put in notes as I complete them. I am doing a big revision of the notes because the textbook is completely new. Instead of just a new edition of a book we'd been using, this is a completely new textbook for us. In Connect, speaking of textbook, if you bought access to the ebook or e-text, that's where you find it. It is in Connect. One of the reasons we chose this textbook, besides its content, was that there were virtual labs already put together and that we could get access to. So we will also be using virtual labs. And may use some assignments as well to, in place of some labs. This is still relatively new to McGraw-Hill, so they don't have labs for every subject that is covered yet, but they have quite a few. And we'll do some other labs that aren't in Connect, but overall, we'll do a fair bit from the website Connect. So there's your textbook. And as I already said, it was based on content and the availability of the labs. So when you look in Connect, you will see something like this. In fact, those of you who have already been in there, you've got Chapter 1 readings, you've got the lab tutorial, which is a bonus for bonus points, and you have the scientific process lab. When you go, I thought if I put the Chapter 1 readings in here, you wouldn't have to look around the website to find the e-text and open everything up. So I just thought it would be easier for you. You will need to, when you click on the text, it will go, the chapter will go concept by concept and up near the top of the screen. So up in here, when you're looking at the information in your e-text, you'll see 2 arrows, one forward, one back. Click the one to advance to the next concept as you continue your reading. The course outcomes overall for this course are evolution, information flow, exchange, and storage, pathways and transformation of energy and matter, systems. A lot of people are taking a systems approach nowadays. The process of science, quantitative reasoning, which is also a core learning ability, and relationship between science and society. So all of these should be focused on in various amounts throughout the course. I have set this course up in weekly units. I think just knowing what to expect each week is a good idea. And every week, starting this Friday, there's a quiz. The difference with this Friday's quiz is that it's worth bonus points and doesn't count toward your grade except for as bonus points. So the quizzes will be in 2 parts. The first part is closed book, closed notes, closed computer. You are to take that as if you were sitting in a classroom with me at the front of the classroom. Okay? I only give 40 minutes for completion of that part. And notice that that part is worth 50 points. So there'll be 2-point questions, multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, and then the last few questions will be short answer. Plus I'll have some bonus questions on each quiz. The quiz 0 will look like, that part 1 will look like a part 1 of any other quiz so that you get to see what the quiz looks like. There'll also be a part 2. And this, you have more time to answer. You can use any kind of resource you want to answer those questions. Hopefully you'll be able to, the idea would be you would delve a little more deeply into 1 or 2 concepts related to the material. The weekly assignments. Most of you are now familiar with weekly assignment 0. We're just doing this for every week. And hopefully I will manage to get 10 questions in the notes instead of just 9 for the rest of them. I've already uploaded the notes for quiz 1, so I guess I'll go back and make sure I have 10 questions in there. The weekly discussions. Now, okay, so the weekly assignment turned in on Monday. Weekly discussion turned in across 2 days. In Canvas, you will see 2 due dates. The first date, and the one that is the earliest, is for your initial post. The second one is for your responses. The second one is also the date and time, which will be Thursday at 11:59, that the assignment closes. So you will not be able to upload after that time. There'll be a final exam that will be worth twice as many points with each section, double the multiple choice, double the true false, double the fill in the blank, and double the short answer of any other quiz we take that time. Okay, and there'll also be the part 2 to that one as well. Then there are 2 one-time assignments. One is for a pre-course knowledge self-assessment, and one is for a post-course knowledge self-assessment. I see that a few of you have gone through that. You simply answer the question where you are now as far as your knowledge about a subject. Okay, so I do ask you to tell me what you do know if you know something, or at least what you think you may know about it. And I am not going to be using any of this information in a punitive way. In fact, because there's a post-knowledge self-assessment, the idea is for me to be able to compare the two and see if there's been a change throughout the quarter, which is what I would hope for, but we'll see what happens. You have regular labs for several of the weeks. You have 2 labs a week. Sometimes you have 1 lab. And it kind of depends, like if there's a holiday, only 1. But if we were in the face-to-face class, you'd have lab on Monday and on Wednesday. And we'd be doing different labs most of the time. You do have 2 extended labs. Those are not weekly assignments. And I will get the directions for, or the initial directions for setup and data monitoring and recording and all for the ecology lab that's an extended lab. Maybe today or this evening. If not this evening, I will make sure it is up in the morning so that, and if I need to extend a date on you turning something in, I'll take care of that as well. Oh, I must have gone the wrong way. Okay, and I went over this yesterday, where to find your assignments, and this is showing that I'm in, well, let me just point with my finger, the assignments tab in the navigation panel. This is the navigation panel right here. So assignments, so I open that. Now I collapse them so you don't see all of them listed, but if I were to go in and click over here, they would all drop down and you would see them. So again, just keep an eye on this page. Keep an eye on your home page if you've got it set up to show you the progress in the course, because that will tell you when assignments are coming up. And then your notes. And for those of you who have said, well, I can't find the weekly assignment questions. Well, they are right in here. Okay, this is the general information module, which now has more in it than it did when I took this screenshot and made this PowerPoint. But if you look, Quiz 0, extra credit module. So when you click on this Word document, you have notes. Inside the notes, you have 9, not 10, weekly assignment questions. And then at the end, you have the study guide questions. So the notes are the primary focus of the quizzes. The study guide, if you know what is prompted in the study guide or asked in the study guide, you should be able to do well on part 1 of the quiz. Part 2, I would hope you'd do well on, because you'll have resources to access. And then I will continue, and there's quiz 1, and there'll be quiz 2 module, quiz 3. When I finally conquer this Panopto business, I hope to have PowerPoints in those modules as well, so I can go over some of the more challenging material to help you out, and or answer any questions that you might ask me if you ask me before I put the PowerPoint together. Okay, don't cheat and don't plagiarize. My availability, like I said, my goal is to answer the questions that are sent to me during the 4:30 to 5:30 time period right away or close to right away. And then if other times during the day, I figure that I'll be online starting on and off, starting, let's say, around 9 or 10 o'clock each morning, and I will probably then still be online on and off until 9 or 10 in the evening. That's just how I work. I